Is he good? Oh, hell yeah!
Hey, we're live. All right. Yo, guys, what's up? What's up? I'm Alex, Fatman The Flipper, your friendly neighborhood fat man, and I'm here with the bad boys of reselling and our very special guest. And we're excited to start the show. Thank you guys for everybody that already has been in the chat, that has been supporting us from day one, and that's here right now. We want to welcome you and get ready for a good show. We got a great guest. But I'm going to go ahead and let Oscar introduce himself and let our guest introduce himself right after.
What's up, everybody? It's Oscar, El CuBaNaSo. Sorry about the 9 p.m. Cuban time. Had to go and move my car out front. But I'm excited about the show. I'm especially excited about having our special guest on tonight with us. I know it's going to be an amazing show. We're going to talk reselling. As all of you know, we're all resellers. I'm a reseller. I sell on eBay, Amazon, sell a little bit on Mercari. Recently got into buying storage units too, and that is, big addiction of mine now. But yeah, glad to be on.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me on the show. We just had an awesome conversation about Cuban food. I've been educated by these two masters of the gourmet delicacy, so I'm really excited. I guess I should have talked about reselling first, not food. Maybe that's a little bit telling, but I do resell full time. I do mostly Amazon FBA, and I have a YouTube channel where I try and teach people how to do Amazon FBA stuff too and make some more money. Doing the thing that we all like doing.
There you go, man. And well, how would you like me to address you? Because
Blake.
Blake. All right,
Blake,
that's what
yeah. You see, I got Walter on my YouTube, so I know when somebody calls me Walter, I know they don't know me. It's a big guy. So Blake.
Yeah. I can't help but every time I would, like, when I've been talking to Oscar about having you on and all that stuff, I can't help but I call you Walter Blake Knoblock. Like I said,
that works too, man.
That's what I know you as, like, I've honestly, I've watched you a while back. You were one of the main people that I would watch. That's why I'm like so humbled to have you on, man. And I used to watch you back in the day, and then once you start doing YouTube and you're reselling at the same time, it's like you watch less YouTube, so I've little by little stopped watching content as much, and so like I've gone away from watching your content, everybody's content. I'm just being straight up honest, but that's how it is when you're doing YouTube.
Yeah.
And reselling. But I have been watching some of your stuff recently, and what I like about what you do, man, is that you haven't changed, right? Like a lot of people, they'll change for whatever reason, but your content has always just been straight up in your face. This is what I do, this is what I got, and I'm giving it to you, and that's what I respect about you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I don't want to be anything but what I am, because I'm very bad at being other people. So no filter, I guess, is the only way to go, right?
And that's why you're a perfect guest for the bad boys.
Good. I like, I love the setup with the three faces. I mean, you guys, I'm learning a lot. That's what I try and do. Whenever I meet somebody else, I'm always trying to learn what their processes are, how they do stuff, because I feel like so many people get caught up thinking like they know everything, or like the way they do it is right. Where in reality, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, a lot of ways to stream on YouTube, a lot of ways to resell stuff. And so anybody who's trying to, we hit this earlier, but anybody who's trying to like put barriers around them, be it how they're perceived, be it who they act, or whatever they talk about, it's just going to end up being bad in the long run. My opinion. Hey, hell yeah, you guys got some money. Yeah.
Yo, I got a super chat from the legend himself, My Flippin Life. And Blake, I don't know if you know, but that's Jordan. He used to go by DG Picker, but now he's My Flippin Life.
I know DG Picker.
Yeah, he's part of the Bad Boy crew.
Hell yeah.
He's taking care of some stuff tonight, so folks, he might jump on. I don't know, but as of now, he's got some stuff we got to take care of. So, thank you, Jordan. Big shout out to you, man. Love you, bro. I do want to say what's up to a few people in the chat. Let me see. We got the Florida Flipper. He asked, Walter Blake, where you located? I'll let you answer that.
I am in Ypsilanti, Michigan, southern Michigan. about 22 hours north of Miami.
How do you spell that, bro?
Ypsilanti. An interesting story. So Ypsilanti is the name of a Greek war hero, and it's spelled Yspillanti. Ypsilanti.
Nice.
It's a bullshit nonsense name, but it's where I live. It's cheap here.
Yo, if that would have came up in the second grade spelling bee, I would have lost.
Yeah, right. You're thinking. I don't know. U-E.
Yo,
Why?
so let me give a shout out to some people. We got Myra Elaine. We got I'm using the screen on my thing. We got Myra Elaine. What's up? We got Paul Guerra. What is up? James Aaron Smith, the world's greatest mod with 20,000 hands. We got Because She Shed. What's up, Robin? We got, did I already say Florida Flipper? Pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Florida Flipper. We got R1J1 List. They're new here. What's up? Welcome to the Bad Boys of Reselling, the show of pure randomness with a little reselling sprinkled in between. We got the Thrifting Goomba, Talbert's mom, Brian, Oaks, Douglas, Money from Mars, Punches Resells. The house is full. Everybody that's been here, thank you so much again for showing up. If you have questions, you can put them in the comment section. You can feel free to use the super chat if you want to. It kind of pops up a little bit more because I sometimes forget to look at the chat, but you don't have to. But it's much appreciated if you do. Because we're monetized now, we can do that kind of stuff. And the reason I even said that is because I'm premiering a video after the show to get you guys caught up. It's a video I worked really hard on, an awesome video, probably the best video I've ever made to date. I put my heart, my soul into it. I'm gonna bring you guys into my life and get you caught up. And it's premiering, and it already has 4 copyright claims. So I'm not monetized on that video. But I am gonna premiere it anyway, and I'm still gonna put it out because I don't care, and I want you guys to watch it because it's gonna make you laugh, gonna make you cry, and you're gonna have a good time. So it's great, just great content. So yeah, they call me Oprah on the streets. What's up? Thank you for that super chat, Florida Flipper. 199 super chat.
Danny May is definitely not chopped liver.
Hey, where's the? Can you drop the link on YouTube in the chat, and then I'll copy and paste it and put it in my Facebook group?
Yeah. To what?
James. I'm saying he's the moderator of the year award goes to James. You know, this man has like 15 PCs set up, and he's got 30 arms. We appreciate you, man.
You talking about for the premiere?
Yeah, he just dropped it.
I want to put this stream. Yeah. If can I just copy the StreamYard URL and people will see it, or what?
Yeah. James, if you can, I think that's it. I think that's the link right there. To the live show right now. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Linda Day says that I didn't mention them. Linda, there you are. Thank you for being here. I saw you earlier. It's like I said, it's hard to chat and scrolling with the finger and all that good stuff, but we appreciate you for being here. So if you guys got questions, ask Walter Blake Knoblock. See, I can't help but call you that. That's what I call you.
It's okay, man. It's okay. I'll respond to it. It is my name after all.
Let me add, and Danny May Adventures. If y'all didn't see Danny May's adventure, she's, I believe, a couple away from 200 subscribers. If you guys aren't subscribed to her, she's just a humble, amazing person, great soul, great heart, and she's a reseller, and she's showing her videos. And you guys should go check her out as well. Go subscribe to her channel, please. And so what's up to you, Danny May? And so Blake, see, I had to pause and think. Blake, your main thing is Amazon, right?
Yes, sir.
See, I have a lot of people that's been asking me about Amazon, and I've promised them I'm coming out with some videos soon. I'll be coming out with content. But Blake, Mr. Walter Blake Knoblock right here has great content. So if you're not subscribed to him, you want to learn about Amazon, go subscribe to him, check him out. And for me, a lot of people I keep mentioning that they're scared to start, you know, and I can relate to that initial fear of starting something new, but there's just so much, you know, fear being put out there to people, you know, like it's so hard and this and that. What are your thoughts on people that are thinking about starting Amazon?
I mean, you're right, man. There is a lot of fear involved in it. And again, I mean, this is something that you when we were talking before the live stream, you were saying it's like a kid in the dark. They don't know what's there, but they're scared of it. And I think that really rings true with anything in life. But when you have Amazon, where there's all these different terms for things, where there's a different process, where you're not just listing on eBay and selling it, you have to make sure that it's prepped the right way, shipped to the right fulfillment center. When I say it like that, it seems terrifying, right? But there's just like any other skill. Once you do it one time, the second time's easier. Once you do it 2 times, the third time's easier. And then 6 months into it, you're saying, man, why didn't I start this earlier? It's the kind of thing where you just gotta, you know, I try and put out videos. Lots of people, not just me, there's lots of other resellers who do really great like tutorials. But until you, like, as your own person, just log on to Amazon and make an account, all the content in the world isn't going to help you. You just have to be a little bit fearless sometimes, you know, and not be scared to make a few mistakes.
Yeah, and that's one thing I did. I started on Amazon back in March of last year. And in the beginning, I was, you know, researching a lot of things because obviously I didn't want to break any of the terms of service at Amazon. I didn't want to get banned from selling on Amazon for any reason. I didn't want to have any legal issues. So I just quickly started reading and then watching videos as well, learning as much I can about Amazon's platform before I opened up my account, which was on March 19th. And then since then, so I'm glad I did. You know, there was a little bit of you know, hesitance going in the very beginning because it's like, as you said before, it's like you don't know exactly where you're getting into. We just take that dive in is exactly what I did, and it's been going good for me. I think Amazon's an amazing platform.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah. So that would also be one of my suggestions for anybody who's considering on Amazon. Just dive right in.
Yeah, and in the chat, you guys, if you don't sell on Amazon, and if you're thinking about selling on Amazon, trying it out, go ahead and let us know in the chat, because we want to see who all is, you know, part of the Amazon thing and who's thinking about it. For me, it was a no-brainer, dude. It was a no-brainer. I got into reselling because it was like sort of an accident kind of thing. I found a fish tank on the side of the road. I was going to keep it for myself because back then I had a dream of opening up a free zoo for reptiles. And that's eventually, I still want to do that one day, but and I was going to keep it, but then I said, you know what? It's too big. Let me see if I sell it. And I put it on OfferUp and bomb. You know, that started the whole thing. And when I did that, I guess the AI on the phone, it started throwing me ads and YouTube videos of like resales and like Gary Vee and, you know, just everybody and their mother, you know.
Yeah.
And we got somebody backstage about to let them in. So, you know, for me, and then I found out, wait, so the stuff on Amazon, other people sell that stuff? and boom, I got into it, bro. I made the plan and I jumped in. I couldn't wait, really.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
What's up, Doggy?
Hey, there he is.
We got my Flippin Life in the building.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you got great audio quality, way better than mine.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you sound good. Hey, the roles have switched in 2020. Back in the day when we started this thing, Jordan used to have horrible internet. So we used to do the show on my channel because we didn't want to risk, like, you know, anything. And or sometimes he'll jump on and it was horrible, man. He looked like Minecraft. But now it's kind of switched around. I'm over here. Look, this video is sponsored by McDonald's. You guys see that? I forgot to say that. But no, I'm actually on my hotspot on my phone. But what's up, Jordan? How's your day going?
Oh, it's been busy. From the second I woke up, I was up till like 3 last night listing. Woke up at 6. My kid woke me up, and then we went. I don't even know where all we go. She went to grandma's, and then we went to TJ Maxx, and we've been running all day. And I've been
trash.
A little bit, yeah.
Find some good stuff. I mean, don't say what it is, obviously. But you find some good stuff.
Yeah, I found some decent stuff today at TJ Maxx. Not a whole bunch, but I've been tearing up some Goodwills here lately.
Hell yeah, man! A lot of good donations I've been seeing. Yeah. At least in my area, yeah, everyone's doing the clean out.
Yeah, especially like right after Christmas, I've been hitting Goodwill pretty hard.
Yeah, man, me too. Or Monday, not tomorrow. Monday, I think I'm gonna try and end up doing like 10 or 15 thrift stores because just like they're so good right now.
Right.
The inventory's so. It's like, I mean, like the other day, I mean, I let's see, it wasn't even donations. It was stores, new stores like Target or wherever, Meijer or Walmart or wherever. I don't know. I mean, Meijer's is like a fancy. I can't think of a comparable store down south, but it's like a nice like department store, and so they donate all their stuff December 31st, and it's just been sitting on the shelf. So I bought like 200 or 300 brand new DVDs for $1 a piece off the shelf of thrift stores because they're just there, and DVDs are not a thing that many resellers resell, or at least focus on.
Yeah, my Goodwill had some of that. Like, it wasn't this. It was probably 2 months ago. I would say it was probably 2 months ago. They had a whole shelf, but they wanted like $5 or $6, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, so they were doing. The way they work around here is DVDs are $1, Blu-rays are $3, box sets are $5. That's how their pricing is, and it's all just like flat rate across them all. They also do what's nuts. What I think is nuts compared to like other parts of the country is around Detroit. They do Goodwills do all shoes for $5, which seems like super low to me.
Man, I've been buying shoes for $2 at Goodwill.
$2? I'm crazy. What am I talking about? $2? Where are you from?
Ohio.
Yeah, we're right by each other. Where in Ohio?
Like by Worcester.
Okay, so I did Toledo, and Toledo sucked. So I was gonna do Dayton, Cincinnati. Worcester's probably. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go there and clean out your Goodwill. Yeah, around Metro Detroit, I thought $5 was a good deal. Here I am talking like an idiot.
Yeah, that's what Oscar. I was showing him what I got the other day. I got some Kevin Durant's for $2. And I just linked it up. I'll see. But
there's a dude around here who has his father and somebody else work at a Goodwill and say they're him. $2. Damn, dude. He has them sort shoes in back, and they say they're him. And in return for that, he gets first dibs in all the shoes. So I know a guy who literally just built a new, nice, like fancy ass house solely on shoes from Goodwill. And he had, at any given time, he had like 2,000 pairs listed. I mean, just like, I think I'm doing okay. And then I see other people who are just like, have these airtight systems in place, That's how you make money.
That's
exactly what I was thinking as I was out there. I've been listing, and I'm like, where did I go wrong? Like where? No, seriously though, like where did I go wrong? Because it's like the cash flow right now is like the past few months it's been rough, but I've also taken a step back from reselling and focused more on YouTube. It's a mistake, but I've just been sitting there like, what am I doing wrong? Because I went a lot harder into RA, a lot more Marshalls, TJ Maxx, stuff like that. I don't have a Ross around me, so else I'd be in super debt. But
about the system,
I got away from Goodwill. I was like, I got away from Goodwill where I was making nice, clean profit. That's where I went wrong. And we were talking the other day in our group chat. I'm like, that's what I'm going to focus on this year is Goodwill.
Yeah, I've noticed that generally people, when they resell, they kind of go on this path where first they don't sell anything good. Then they get into retail arbitrage and they start losing money on retail arbitrage, but they're still selling stuff. Then they go back to thrift stores and they're not making as much money because they're still trying to sell things like their new retail arbitrage stuff. So they don't really have the eye for buying. And then as they get desperate, they find their niche.
Right.
That's like the life cycle I've seen of like every reseller, because they're like, shit, I got to make $2,000 in a month. Like, I can't do that selling this stuff. I guess I better go through my, and that's what it is. It forces you to go through your sales records and go, okay, this is the shit that's sold the most of. Like, if I can sell, like, I don't know, men's leather loafers for $40 profit, all I gotta do is sell 50 pairs of those, and I've made $2,000. And so, like, it's like that, like, mentality. I mean, that's my 2 cents. I think everything I say obviously is my opinion, but I don't want to sound like, if I'm talking to new people who are watching this, I don't want them to think like I know all the answers. Everything that I say is just my opinion. I do this, so like it potentially works, but I'm not like, I don't have the answers. So I guess just that little, asterisk by everything I say.
Yeah, I mean, it's your experience.
Yeah. I just, I don't want to present myself as like a know-it-all.
Guys, I want real quick to point out 2 super chats that came out. Pogara gave a $2 super chat. Love that you all keep it real. Thank you. Well, thank you. And
Hell yeah.
And we have the Florida Flipper $2 super chat saying, "Fatman, buy my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. I love me some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we might be talking some business. DM me, man. DM me." And also, and talking about what you were talking about, Sue was in the building. What's up, Sue? And she had made a great comment, which is something I tell people all the time. Is this right here? Do read terms of service. Watch the Seller Central University videos. That was the thing for me, man. The Seller Central University videos. I mean, it doesn't give you everything you want to know, but it tells you exactly what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great way to start once you get your seller account and all that. I think, can you watch that stuff on YouTube, on regular YouTube?
I don't know. I think they do have a YouTube account, but the videos on their website are not hosted on YouTube. They're hosted on their own on AWS. But I'm sure they have them on YouTube too.
Yeah, I think I had seen some videos on YouTube, but I don't know what it was. That was a while ago, last year. But
That was definitely a great tip from Sue, and that's what as I said earlier, that's what I did. I started with books. So what I did is I had set up the help section on the guidelines for books on one side, while I was reviewing all of the books that I was sending into to Amazon. It wasn't the first box, but the following boxes. My first box, the one Alex's videos, was like about this big. The ones after that were bigger because they were for the books. But that's exactly how I started, just reading, and studying and seeing what the condition guidelines for books are, and sent it out.
Yeah.
Lisa said she sold her first thing on Macari today.
Congratulations.
Good job.
And speaking of Macari, I have a little funny that the first item I ever listed on Macari, this guy right here was the first one to like it randomly.
I was watching to see if it sold.
Yeah, I found some like random calculator at a liquidation store.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the first one. I was like, holy crap. I like fanboyed for a second. I'm like, I followed this guy for so long on YouTube, and he found me on Macari. Like, what the heck?
No, I'm definitely addicted to price research. Like, and I mean, just the other day, somebody in the live stream on my channel, I bought their DVDs from them. I bought like $200 of DVDs, and they were like, "Hey, you're the same guy, huh?" And I just, yep, well, because you can, that's something people don't think about. You can source from eBay or Mercari to sell on Amazon, because not everyone has the same ability to sell things. Like, unless you have a more mature account like I do, you probably can't sell Panasonic. You probably will have a hard time selling Sony, just stuff like that. So there's opportunities all around you, all around you.
Yeah, I've actually been doing eBay to eBay flips here.
Even better.
I've been doing eBay to eBay because I find these people doing low-end auctions, horrible pictures, horrible descriptions, and I'm like, oh, I can flip that all day long, easy.
I know a guy who has a virtual assistant, and his virtual assistant goes through eBay and looks for all. He does like mid-century modern furniture, and so he goes through and looks for everything that looks like it might be mid-century, but the person selling it doesn't know, and then he sends them the list. So like basically, the guy lives in the Philippines, and he said like look for things that are brass, look for things that have like curved seats, look for things with like this. And so every week, or I don't know what the schedule is, but whatever the interval is, he just gets a spreadsheet full of links. And then some people do that and they sell the links in like online arbitrage lead groups, but he just buys them all himself and makes a bunch of money.
Yeah, I've been watching Facebook Marketplace a lot too this week.
Yeah.
I've never really messed with it. And I know my wife like does like she paints them up. We've been buying furniture.
Yeah.
She'll paint them up, and then she has like this cult following of women who love everything she does. And I'm like, we got something here. I'm like, I'll buy stuff for free or dirt cheap. I'll go pick it up. Like, I'll basically be the drug mule here.
Yeah.
I'll put the money up. I'll go buy the item, deal with all the people. I'll bring it home. You paint it up and you flip it to your women on your page. And
you gotta monetize your wife, man. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I did. I got one the other day. I was supposed to pick up 2 things today, but the lady said tomorrow. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. But me and her, she was sitting there last night on Marketplace. This lady had this huge like chest. She's like, she wants $50. I was like, message her 35. Texted her back. She's like, yeah, I'll take 35.
Oh my God, I love it.
Get there today, and the lady's like, just give me 30, hon. I'm like, okay.
I mean, yeah, you're doing her a favor. You know what I used to do and what I should do a video on? I used to put up signs and put Craigslist ads and put flyers on mailboxes saying I did free book pickup or free VCR pickup. And I would get people emailing me just giving it for free, and I realized I should be charging for this. I should be charging for used electronic pickup and then flipping them. I mean, you know, that's just another plan that I got in my head, but like that's a business model that anyone watching this could do, because people, like you just said, she just wanted to get rid of it. She didn't want this giant chest, and now you're going to turn it into $400, $300. I don't know how much you're going to sell it for, but a lot of money, I bet.
Yeah. How
much do they go for usually?
That I don't know. She wants to actually keep that trunk thing, so she's gonna buy some old books and kind of like put the pages in the inside of it. I don't know.
You know who's got some old books?
Yeah,
I have a bunch.
So she wants to do that, but all the one I picked up the other day for $25, I picked up the shelf thing. I'll probably get at least 50 or 60 out of that, easy.
Is it like a credenza? There's a bunch of weird words for furniture that I'm still trying to learn.
Yeah, I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't know my furniture like that.
I'm trying to learn. There's credenzas are back in style. I've been told they're coming back in style. So I mean, just for a casual, as a hobby, I'm trying to learn like what sells for furniture. That's the last thing I need to do is start trying to sell furniture. Like literally, it's been like at this point 14 months of me trying to minimize my business, where it's just like 1 or 2 things. Because like a year ago, I had websites I was selling shit on. I had blogs I was trying to run. I had eBay, Amazon, Mercari, Etsy, and I'm just one person, and it was just like, you know, my issue is I would only focus on the giant sales. So I would get a huge $500 sale on Mercari or whatever, or on Etsy, more likely on Etsy. But what I wasn't taking into account was all the time I was spending listing stuff, and all the space I was wasting trying to get these big finds and just like, you know, hoarding everything else. And it becomes it's like a very slowly changing decay in your business when you slowly become less and less efficient. But it really is, I mean, just my mantra for 2020 is just like do like 3 things right. Do do YouTube right, do Amazon right, and figure out a way to liquidate all my shit I have. Those are like my 3 goals.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that boat.
Yeah, but I mean, it's it's a learning process. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get overwhelmed, or you don't want to get you don't want to worry about, not you, but just like people in general. I feel like our as human beings, our natural inclination is to try and, like, if we're doing okay, if our lives are comfortable, if we're not worried about like losing our homes or our family dying, generally we'll do what is the comfortable thing to do. What's going to keep me at this level of comfort? And that's a toxic mindset that keeps you really feeling okay. You're not taking any risks, and without risks, there are no rewards.
Right.
You need to take risks, man. Jump in the pool, like I
Yeah.
say. You got to jump in the pool.
Well, and that's why what you guys were doing about making a live stream for new resellers, that's why it's so important, because everyone can use an app to scan stuff, but not everyone has the confidence to send that in. Not everyone has the, just the general, like, they feel like they're doing it right. And when you have a community around you, even if you don't ask them questions, but just to know they're there, like, supporting you, that's what I try and do. I think, like, my number one goal as a YouTuber is to, one, be supportive of every single person who's working. Like, if you're out there working hard, I don't give a shit what you're doing. Like, I don't care if you're selling things that I don't like. I don't care if you're, selling sweaters for kittens. If you're working hard at stuff, as somebody who's trying to, like, put out content that I want to have watched, I got to be supportive. And the second thing is just let people know it's okay to make a few mistakes. Like, I mean, I make a shit ton of mistakes. Like, it's, if you watch my videos, you've seen a lot of mistakes. And that's totally okay. It isn't the end of the world. It's learning, and learning is good.
Yeah, that's how you grow, man. And the truth is, the more mistakes you make, the closer you're gonna get to getting it right.
True.
And you make a mistake and you learn from it. So I mean, yeah, it's necessary. You gotta make mistakes. That's actually how I started Amazon. That's one of the things that I would tell everyone to do first. Set yourself up somehow, some way. I did it by, saving the money I made off of reselling on eBay and offerup and local marketplaces. And I set the plan to where I didn't have to work. I basically took my vacation, my 2 weeks off, to jump into Amazon head first. And do as much as I can so I can make as many mistakes as I can as early as possible. So that when I go back to real life, which was at the time I was going to, I was doing a bunch of stuff, man, school, work, just so much stuff. And then starting Amazon and all that, it was, I was able to be like, okay, well, at least I know how to ship.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to package things. I know how to source. I know that it takes a week basically for it to get anywhere from Miami. My inventory to start coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot of things in those 2 weeks, and basically that first month by just doing it. And I made so many mistakes, man, so many mistakes, but I haven't made them again. So
Good.
I would tell everybody to do that. If you're not selling on Amazon yet, and you're thinking about it, but you're kind of on that edge where it's like, but I'm okay with eBay. I know eBay, or I'm okay with Poshmark. I know Poshmark. That's fine. But if you're thinking about it, just try it. You can get the free account. You don't have to pay $40 a month.
Yeah.
You'll pay $1 per listing. Go to a couple, retail stores. Find a few things and just send it in. Send in one small shipment. Oscar, how big was your first shipment? I bet you remember the weight and everything.
It was under 5 pounds. It was like,
and what was
a little box like this.
and what was your last shipment?
My last shipment was 2 boxes of 20 pounds, all books.
Nice.
That was the last one.
There you go. From a 5 pound first shipment to now he's sending more than one package.
And actually, the second one of the boxes was half books, and then the rest was topicals because now I'm ungated on topicals.
Hey, nice.
And then I don't have inventory placement, and miraculously, everything went to the same Amazon warehouse. I don't know how that happened.
When did you? That is miraculous because so up until about 5 months ago, I would never have inventory split up. But as soon as Q4 2019 hit, usually I would do these. I can fit about 300 DVDs in a 50-pound 24 by 18 by 18 box, and so that's what I do. I'll do 300, and then I'll send it out, and that's what I'll do if I'm doing DVDs, which is what I was doing at the time. I have my box of DVDs loaded up, taped up because I'm an idiot and I was being presumptuous, and I get the where it has to go, the FC list, 6 different places. So I had to spend like an hour and a half going through my box and being like, okay, what I would do is I would pull up the individual FN SKU lists and just Control F to see which FN SKU was going to which center. And I was like, man, this is such. I got about halfway through and I realized what I should have done is just restarted and just had a different fulfillment type on. But once I was halfway through, I was like, you know what? Nope, committing to this. We're gonna get this out. We're gonna get these DVDs out. And sure enough, 2 hours later, and 2 ruined boxes later, they were out. That's what you can do if you're shipping DVDs. You get about 49 pounds, assuming they're just like regular DVDs, not steelbooks or whatever. You can do that in I've actually got a box. I don't have any around me, but yeah, Home Depot average size box. It's a really, really nice coincidence. Same for, you ever do small Home Depot boxes for books, because those fit about 48 pounds of books too, I've noticed.
Yeah, the boxes that I use their 20 by 16 by 6.
20 by 16 by 6. That's a weird size.
Yeah, it's a weird size because I sell desktop computers, so I use those same boxes for the books. But it turns out that they all fit perfectly lined up. So
yeah,
that's the ones that I've been using.
Nice.
But one thing is the frequency of it. I'm from when I started, it would probably be a box a week. Now it's multiple boxes a week. So it's been going good. A lot of books and being consistent on it.
Excuse me. Do you mostly do thrift stores or estate sales, or how do you get your books?
All right. Oh, books. Yeah. Books. I get storage units. Tons of books in the storage units. They recently started doing storage units. Garage sales and estate sales.
Cool.
So I try to do the first one in estate sale and just buy all of the books.
Yeah.
He has yard sales all year long, so.
Oh, I know, you lucky son of a gun.
Yeah,
I know you're saying that. I'm like, man, I want to go to one.
I was looking at the yard sale treasure map to see how many yard sales were up, just out of curiosity. All right, it's the second week of January.
Crash your phone.
And then within a 20-mile, yeah, you can see all of the red dots. I should have sent everybody a screenshot. It's amazing. I mean, all year long. Garage sales, yard sales,
and right after the holidays is a good time for garage sales, yard sales, and trash, curbside trash.
Ooh,
great
good
time
point.
for after the holidays is a great time because people are just, you know what, we got a brand new TV. This one, it kind of acts funny. They just put it right here. Somebody will use it. You got a guy like me come by, pick it up, and that's something out here. It's in my blood, dude. It's in my, now I live with my grandmother's here, and that's where it comes from. When I was little, my grandmother used to find trash on the side of the road, stock up her house. Her house would have like 3 dressers that don't match in the living room, like 5 TVs stacked on top of each other. We would watch the one like on the top, and that would and it's because she would find that stuff on the side of the road. And she's there, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to take my grandma. And I've driven around a few times around this area, and people are they throw stuff out here too. And over here, and over here we got we have to throw out our own trash at a dump site, and they have a dumpster that's separated for electronics. and I didn't get off and talk to the guy yet, but I'm gonna get off and talk to the guy and be like, "Hey, do you mind if I grab those computers right there?" Because man, people are just throwing stuff away, man. It's crazy.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts how much stuff gets thrown away. It's or donated, or even just like you. I'm sure you guys have seen it. You drive by those like excuse me, they're like the giant metal containers at like mall parking lots, and there's just like bags of clothes all around them. Now I know I can't be the only one who's gone through those bags of clothes looking to see what they have. I haven't found anything good ever. It's always been just like trash. At one time there was like shit on a baby's clothes that I saw, and that's why I stopped doing it. But like, I know somebody's making money doing that. I know somebody is.
Yo, Oscar, is there a little donation box over by where I used to live? That people it was a closed down donation box, but people will still dump stuff there.
Oh yeah, it's still there.
And then every night there's like 10 cars pull up and start picking through it.
Yeah. There's two of them actually. So there's a church down the street. It's like a minute away from my house. A church down the street has a donation box in the front, but like about 100 feet down is the other donation box. But the box is still there, but it's not working. You know, like they don't remove anything from it. People are constantly leaving things there on a daily basis. They don't want to drive a little bit farther to go to Goodwill. They don't want to dump it, so they just leave it there as donation. And then there's cars of people, you see them just loading up the trunk.
I love it.
Here in Miami, people throw away the craziest things. Like I was talking to Jordan earlier, and he's sending me pictures of the stuff that he's been finding on Facebook Marketplace, and he would be a millionaire here in Miami. You know what I mean? People throw away good stuff, good furniture. Alex found millions of things. Alex has found good Pokemon cards. I mean, like stuff.
I love it.
Though.
Yeah, I think that turned out to be a sad story. I think the family got evicted and stuff, and they couldn't.
Oh,
yeah. I think it came out later.
But I mean, you know,
it's part of the business, though. It's the same thing with like storage units.
Yeah.
You can have sympathy for somebody, but at the end of the day, you gotta make money. You got bills to pay too.
Yep. But yeah, for the people in the chat, if that's your thing, is I know like Oscar, Jordan, he's been sending us pictures like Oscar was saying of like finding stuff on like Facebook Marketplace, free curbside stuff, right? How's that been going, man? Did you come up yet?
Hmm? What?
Did you because you've been sending us pictures of stuff that you've been finding on like free curbside pickup type of stuff. Have you gone to get those things yet?
I went and got the one, and then I had to go pick up two tomorrow.
Can you say what it is?
This just like little like end tables and stuff.
Oh yeah. Credenzas. See, man, I'm telling you.
I haven't heard.
For people in the chat, comment if that's something that you've done or have thought about doing or will plan on doing in the future, because it's free money. It's literally, I mean, I get excited saying it because it's like, how are you throwing away this money?
But it's because they value things differently than everyone else. That's like they say, okay, that's worth $60, but to me, to sell it, that would cause me $80 of like mental anguish. I don't know what they think, but they think that way, where it's just like you and I and everyone watching this, we see things in terms of like value. But sometimes, and as an Amazon seller, I can vouch for this. A lot of people think in terms of what is convenient, what's convenience. How much is that worth to me? And that's where these these options to trade, sell things that have been thrown away, or sell things, from other marketplaces. That's where it comes into, because we all value things so differently. And so if you got a good eye, because you see a lot of trash, then you can make some money.
Yep. So yeah, hey, we're at 10 o'clock right now. We're gonna start wrapping up a little bit. because I have the premiere video coming on after
Oh
this.
yeah.
So I want you guys to go check it out. After this video, it's just gonna get you caught up on my life. It's a vlog, but it's really well put together. I don't know. I worked really hard on making that video. It's awesome.
It's a
So
good strategy.
yeah, you guys go check it out after this, and but let's continue for a few more minutes. Anybody got anything that they want to leave chat and the people with, and we'll let Blake go. Leave everybody with something at the end.
I think that's really smart. I think having a live stream and then segueing into that premiered video, that's a really smart strategy. I never thought of that.
That's what I did last week. I told him to do that.
Yeah, and
yeah, absolutely do it.
I gotta try that, because like I do these live streams and we'll get like 100 or so people watching it sometimes, and then I'm like, well, it's been 3 hours and I gotta go. That's smart. Does anybody got any questions they want me to answer in the next few minutes? I gotta get going kind of soon too. I gotta pick up my girlfriend.
We definitely got to get you back on with us again, man.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
It's been fun. We didn't get to talk about food. You guys,
yeah, I know. We could talk
we have
for
to do
hours.
a 2-hour live stream for that one. You guys in the chat before we jumped in on live.
Yeah.
From the fact that my Cuban time in my car, I had to move it. We were in the back. We were talking about food, so we've done that before.
I gotta go down and meet you guys, and you gotta show me where the good Cuban places are. That's what I got. I'm trying to get down to. So this in like 2 or 3 months, I'm gonna drive down south and then back up the East Coast for like a series of thrift videos. Because I'm promoting a project that's coming out in a few months, and so I'll definitely try and get over to Knoxville and Worcester and Miami. Those are kind of far away from each other, but maybe I can find one. Somebody asked me if I have other revenue streams. The Thrifting Goomba, that's the name I remember. And I do, yeah. So I sell on Amazon. Last year I sold like $4,000 on Mercari. I sold like 10 grand on eBay. But most of my money, the vast majority, is from Amazon. And I do YouTube as well. And also, what I'm trying to do this year is people keep asking me to do more like courses and ebooks and that kind of stuff. So I have what I'm going to do is have the information available for free online for anybody. And then I'm going to have like checklists and additional shit that you can buy. Because my thing has always been, if I'm trying to teach you how to make money, I can't charge for that. That doesn't make any sense. Because excuse me, God. Because if you're trying to make money because you have no money, how can I get money from you? It just, there's a variable missing. So I'm thinking if I can do free information online and then like, hey, if you want my worksheets I've made up, because I'm so goddamn stupid that I have to have like checklists and spreadsheets for all this shit. Otherwise I fuck it all up, which for years I fucked it up. So like, if you want to buy those, that's what I think I'll be making money on, instead of like the one-off affiliate sales or whatever I was doing more in like 2018 and 2019. It's going to be more just like focusing on providing value. And then my hope, and who knows if I'm wrong, I could be totally wrong. I could make no money off of this. But my feeling is if people know that you're authentic and trying to help them, they're okay spending a little bit of money on a course they might not, because they know it's going to work. That's my theory. I mean, free samples essentially. That's kind of ruined a lot of businesses. But I think for content, because there's such a small expense to make it, because you can sell it forever and ever and ever. I think that the free sample model makes sense in this instance. What do you guys think? Is that
model is the way to go?
Yeah.
That's the way to go, man. And I'm a firm believer in just giving it away anyway, like that, just free.
Mm-hmm. You gotta make money though.
Because to me, it's you help people, man. It means a lot more than anything else. I don't know.
I 100% agree with you. Yeah. But this is the opposite I'm getting though. So I've been doing free information for 3 years, and now I want to bring people in to pay them to help me create more information, to create more videos. How the hell am I going to pay them? So this is where I like the idea of like a sustainable business comes into play. So like if I can make a business that makes money by helping people, that's the only way it's going to grow is by making more money, you know? So it's kind of like you have to lay a foundation of being a good person, of not being an asshole, of not being someone who's just like an opportunistic dick trying to sell you $2,000 wholesale courses. Because there's a lot of people doing that, you know. You see these guys doing like, I sold $100,000 on Amazon last month. Just buy my course. Like, fuck those guys. Fuck those guys 100%. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but I'm saying like at a certain point, if you have done all you think you can do as an individual and you have to begin to pay people to make more content, to make more opportunities for yourself, at that point, that's when I think you can begin to venture into the waters of charging for content. But again, I agree with you where I don't feel comfortable just doing that only. And so my personal compromise is the raw data is free, the refined data is not free. That's my delineation.
And I honestly, my stand is I don't see nothing wrong with somebody. It's a business, man.
Yeah,
It's a business. You're building a bridge. Somebody has an issue, and you're helping them get across that bridge. It's business, you know. It's not when there's people that do it for wrong reasons, but when you do it for right reasons, it's all good. You know, it's all love.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and end this thing. Oscar, you want to say the last words?
Yes, thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out with us every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Like to say thank you to our guest, Blake, for joining us tonight. It's been fun, man. It's been great having you on.
You guys are great.
Back on here. Got to get you back on here sometime soon. We got to talk about Cuban food and
so much more. I know. Yeah, you got to have me on like once every like 3 months and give me an update on like what you're eating because I need to know.
We got a Cuban cafe out here. The owners, they make their food themselves. They're Cuban. We know them from Miami. It's been on the news. They put Cuban food on the map in East Tennessee over here. So you come through here, I'm gonna
I will.
Some ropa vieja like you've never had. You probably never had any ropa vieja.
Dude, I'm gonna get down to Knoxville and I'm gonna say, Alex, we got to eat some fucking Cuban food.
You got any last words, bro?
Me or him? I don't know who.
Jordan.
Check Facebook Marketplace and your hands. There's money everywhere.
There you go. And my last words is, we ain't nowhere. We ain't go nowhere. We can't be stopped now because we bad boys for life. Hey, thank you guys for watching. No matter what, the show must go on. Thank you guys for watching. Go over, get ready for the premiere video. I want to thank Blake, Mr. Walter Blake Knoblock, the man himself, for being here with us. Thank you so much, man, for gracing us with your presence, giving us some fun. This is what the show's all about, just having some fun, sprinkle a little reselling in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to everybody in the panel. The links are in the description. I want to thank James Aaron Smith again for modding and for putting those links out there, and every single one of you beautiful chat people for being here with us. So with that said, peace, money, love.